Because we made a pledge in Wales where we said, Edo Di Rupo, at that time, was Prime Minister of Belgium, and he promised to do the 2% of GDP within NATO as an ally, and we never did that. So we need to invest more. Geopolitical context is really problematic, and that means that we need to do more. We need to do the 2%, and now the government has decided to do the 2% from this year on. So I'm a very happy Minister of Defense. Yeah, we always they're always talking about how will there be tanks rolling in Brussels? Of course not. There will not be Russian tanks coming into our country. So there will be a hybrid warfare, not direct conventional warfare in Belgium. But on the other hand, we are members of NATO, and we act as an alliance. That means that when one of the members has been attacked by Russia, then we need to engage. We need to help them out. That's Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, and that means that, for example, when Russia attacks a Baltic country, then we will engage, and then we are talking about conventional warfare. So yeah, there's an urgent matter. There's an urgency that is very. It is not very likely. We're not in a situation of war, but we're not in a situation of peace either. It's more like an hybrid situation where the West is and Europe is for the moment. So, and of course we have Ukraine. Ukraine is a European country, is very leaning towards our democratic values, our rule of law, and they want to join Europe. They want to join NATO. We have open door policy, so that is possible. But they're in war with Russia because Russia attacked them, invaded them in a very aggressive manner. So yeah, there's a lot of threats for the moment, and we need to be realistic on that point. And so yeah, Belgium needs to step up on defense. We have quite an interesting industry. We have a tradition, certainly in Wallonia, where we have a lot of defense companies, production, ammunition, but also weapons and weaponry. So yeah, we're doing, I think, a great job. Belgium is really standing strong on the defense industry, and we're not a small player. We don't have an Airbus or a Lockheed Martin, but we have Evan Herstal, and we have a lot of other interesting companies. In Flanders, we have more small companies, but also interesting companies who are working on space, on cyber, on drone technology. So defense industry is a very interesting domain, and there's a lot of interest of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of interest of the banks. Finally, the banks are coming at the table. So I'm happy as Minister of Defense to see that we can really push towards a stronger, leaner and meaner defense industry for the future. And I will really put a lot of effort in this, but because it's very important. There will be billions to be spent on defense, and we need to have our fair share with our industry, and that's the big challenge. Yeah, that's a good question. I think we need to step up on resilience. This is not only a thing of the government; it's also a thing of the whole of our society. I think we come from a situation of peace and stability for more than 70 years. After World War II, the West and Western Europe was really stable and in peace. We live in a situation where that's at stake. So we need to step up, and that means we need to be more resilient. And the whole of government approach means that it's not only the Minister of Defense who needs to act, it is everybody. Every single minister has responsibilities. For example, when we talk about mobility, the enablement, forward mobility towards the frontier with Russia on the east, it is very important to have a very fast troop movements towards the east and eastern flank. So that's a whole of government. Everybody needs to put effort in being more resilient and getting ready because there is no war, but we're not in a situation of peace either, like I said. So I think it's very important that everybody needs to wake up and step up, whole society, but also all the ministers. The 2%, so we're getting to the 2% this year. So our Prime Minister will go to The Hague with, I think, good news. I think it's important that Belgium is doing the job that they promised to do, and that is very important for our credibility on the international scale, and also for our diplomacy. It's not only as something of defense, it is also something of credibility on the diplomatic matter and on the diplomatic level. So I think that the 2% is very good news for the image of Belgium. And there will be a new pot. Maybe it will be 3%, 3.5, maybe even more, we will see. But I think that doing the 2% is quite a tough job, and I will do my best, all of my best as Minister of Defense, that all the money will be well spent.